So there's a lot of discussion and debates about which CSS size unit should be used. There's pixel side, which is static unit, and there's rem side, which is relative unit. In this video, we will talk about pros and cons for each of them and how to decide which to use in 2020. Let's check it out. So let's talk about pixel unit. I believe most of you are familiar with this one. So pixel is, well, pixel. It's a static unit. When you set the size in pixel, you have specified an absolute and universal size. A 500 pixels width element should look almost exactly the same in all browsers. I said almost because there's a minor differences on browser's rendering engine setting. Nevertheless, pixel unit is easy to understand and work with without any potential confusion, especially when working with animation. Move the element 10 pixels to the right is easier to understand than 10 rems to the right. So why not sticking with just pixel? The main reason is accessibility. For example, if we set the font size to, let's say, 20 pixels, browsers will ignore the custom font size in the browser setting. In the past, when browsers were not well developed like today, this caused problems for users with visibility impaired or older people who just want to increase the text size. So to solve this problem, a relative units like rem were introduced. Rem is relative to the current font size of the root or HTML element. For example, if we set the width of the div to 2 rems, then the actual width will equal to 32 pixels, which is 2 times of the default font size, which is 16 pixels. Similarly, if we set the element font size to 2 rems and users have the custom font size set to 30 pixels in browser setting, then our element will have the actual font size of 60 pixels. Relative units also have another advantage when working on responsive design. For example, if you want to scale up all the elements on your page for mobile, then all you have to do is to increase the font size of the HTML element. While static units like pixel, you will have to adjust them manually. Now the catch is, relative unit is more difficult to work with than static unit. First, 1 rem in website A doesn't necessarily equal to website B. This could lead to confusion, especially if you are working with multiple websites. And second, you will have to convert between pixel and rem all the time since the image and even some CSS libraries are working in pixel unit. Now the question is, which one we should use, pixel or rem? First, let's compare them side by side. The text on the left is in pixel unit and the right one is in rem. Now let's try changing the custom font size to something larger. You can see that the left one with pixel remain unchanged, while the right one scale. This could be a problem for accessibility in the past, but now all browsers scale the entire page when zooming regardless of the font size unit. So if we zoom our example, you will see that they are now identical. This solves the accessibility issues of pixel unit for those who need larger text. Nevertheless, pixel units still lack the ability to scale the element by changing just the font size. But if you decide to embrace rem, then you'll have to deal with the conversion between pixel and rem. Still, there's a trick to make this easier. If we set the font size of the root element to 62.5%, then 1 rem will equal to 10 pixels. This because 62.5% of the default font size of the root element is 10. So with this trick, if you want to set the width of the element to, let's say, 100 pixels, then it's going to be 10 rems. So now you know about pros and cons for both pixel and rem. Which one should we use? Well, there is no correct answer. While pixel is easy to understand and work with, it ignores the custom font size setting of the users. However, visibility impaired user can still use the zoom function to scale the website. As for rem, it's a bit harder to set up and understand, but it gives the users the full control of the default font size and also give you an ability to scale the entire website by just adjusting the root element font size. As for me, I use Pixel most of the time, with exception for some web design layout that scales a lot. So which one you use and why? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe for more web dev tips and tutorials. See you next upload. Bye!